Hi, y'all. Hey, I know it's been a while, and last time I talked to you, I was on my way to Mexico. Well, I got to Mexico, and I was planning on every bit of going live with y'all, but there was no internet there, and that's been a couple weeks ago, I guess. So I can just tell you about my trip. Well, we got across the border, me and Mima and the cousins, and it wasn't too bad. We were there not for very long. And then on our way back was when I thought, are you kidding me? There were tents, and there were one tent right after another, and they were all like standing in line to get across. And of course, they didn't have a ID or anything to get across, so yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And there was a line on the bridge, and it was Mexico or the United States, and it stopped right there at that line. They had their tent right up to that line. And there were little babies there, and I felt like really kind of sorry for them, but I wanted to tell them, just go home, go home. I know you'd be a lot happier if you were at home, but you know, I didn't speak any of their languages, and some of their languages didn't sound like anything I'd ever heard before. So I just kept on trucking. But that was my Mexico trip. So, are they coming across? Yeah, they're coming across. They're definitely coming across. I want to tell you about this new headset. Emmett was over and he was playing his games, and he said, Aunt Connie, we got to put this on here so I can hear and do what I want to, and I can play my games. And I said, what about my microphone? What are we? He said, you'll like this a lot better. Well, I'm not sure I'm going to like this a lot better or not, so we're going to give it a shot. I like the color. It looks nice. Anyway, there's so many things I want to talk about, but we'll just keep it kind of short and sweet because that's just kind of the way I like to do things. I was watching Biden the other day. He went to the border, and the first thing that came out of his mouth is he said, we need to do some hiring. And I thought, oh, good. Maybe he wants to hire some people to stop all these people from coming over. Oh, no, that's not what he said. He said, I want to hire 500 new judges for immigration. What, so you can process them faster? Now, does that make any sense? We got people on our streets right now that are starving, and people are having a hard time making it, and they're having a hard time paying their bills, and you want to hire more judges? Now, I don't think that's going to help our unemployment at all, but, somehow their figures never do add up to what I think they are. More judges. And in the news, every time I turn around, one of them immigrants are doing something bad. One guy even got caught 3 times for stealing and DUI and all kinds of things in New York. And instead of doing anything to him, they just shipped him off to Florida so Florida could deal with him. And then he did the same thing in Florida and ended up killing somebody. Now, does that make any sense to you? Why would we go there? Why would we do this? Why would we put our country in this situation? Because he ain't too smart. When you look at him, it's like that deer in the headlight look. He don't know where he's at. Gotta kind of feel sorry for him. It's elderly abuse. I'm telling you, it's elderly abuse. So, last night, me and Clyde were watching the elections, the Super Tuesday elections. And I thought to myself, look at Trump is doing really, really good. And then a commercial came on. And it was Biden. And they said, the reporter said, aren't you kind of worried that you might not be able to think or handle it mentally to be president? And you know what he said? He said, Well, I'm winning. I'm winning all over. I'm the one that's winning everything 90%. Really? You're the only one on the ticket. So it would be 90% on your side. I'm telling you, this man don't have much horse sense. And we want him to run our country. And we're going to give this man the authority to push the red button. You better tie his hands up. Because he shouldn't be able to do that. He shouldn't even be able to be in there. At least I don't think so. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, but I just don't think that that's too smart. I don't know, guys. I just don't know. I talk to people and they tell me, oh, he is so smart. He's the smartest president we've ever had. And I want to look at him and say, I don't know what medication you're taking, but I sure would like some, because I don't think he's very smart at all. Well, I guess that's enough ranting and raving on politics and news, but I got to tell you. So Emmett came and stayed the other night, and he said, come on, Connie, let's watch a movie. Well, you know, I got to tell you, these new horror movies, they're nothing like when I was growing up. We had Dracula or the Mummy or some lizard thing coming out of the dark lagoon or something. But no, these are satanic with these devils and all of this stuff. And I said, Emmett, doesn't this bother you? Doesn't this give you nightmares? Because I know I'm going to have a nightmare. And he said, no, Aunt Connie, this one's easy. This one's easier than the rest of them. And I thought, well, good, let's just turn it off and watch the banana splits. I'm a-telling you, it's scary what's on TV right now. And I think Emmett kind of believes in some of that stuff. I sat him down and I told him, I said, look, Emmett, you know, if you ask for trouble and you get into that kind of stuff, then you know what, you're going to get the trouble you asked for. So just don't summons it and don't ask for it, because it could happen. And when he left, I saged my whole house. Want any of that stuff in my house? I told Orville, I said, you better sit that child down and have a talk with him, or I'm going to, because something needs to be done. Poor Emmett. It's either his headset, or it's, you know, he needs a real friend. He needs somebody he can talk to and go outside that's real. He puts that headset thing on, and he's talking on that headset to somebody, and, you know, that ain't a friend. Emmett, that ain't a friend. That's somebody somewhere that's got a headset on, too. You don't know him, and you're never going to meet him. You know, when we had friends, we were outside playing kick the can, or we were playing freeze tag, or hide and go seek, or, I mean, we played all kinds of things. We had friends. We pretended and we had friends. Emmett pretends he has friends, I guess. I don't know. That just doesn't make any sense. Says, Aunt Connie, I got a lot of friends that are in that headset. All your friends are in that headset. Now, Emmett, that ain't real. We need to have talk. That ain't real. But, you know, these kids growing up, they believe in all that stuff. I don't know what to say and I don't know what to do, but I'm telling you, he's getting ready to go through the crash course of Aunt Connie, and he's going to learn how to, oh, I don't know, maybe he'll learn how to play marbles. How about that? Or maybe I'll teach him how to do a jump rope. Or, I don't know, maybe Clyde could teach him how to play cowboys and Indians, or something. Something to get some kind of exercise and use his brain for something other than going on around with that headset on. I'm sure y'all are seeing it. I'm sure it's not just Emmett. I just think that it's a breakdown of communication. And I think our kids need communication. They need to socialize, really socialize. Because they're going to be introverted and only believe in little fake people in a headset. I don't know. Maybe it's just my opinion. But down here, there's enough kids running around here, he could have friends. He didn't have to do like that. Tell me if any of your nephews or kids or whatever is running around with that headset on. I'd love to hear in the comments. You know, technology is nice, but me peepaw used to tell me society's going to be the downfall. Technology's going to be the downfall of our society. And I used to think, well, look at the technology we had. Shoot. Get Smart and his telephone on his shoe was the smartest thing we had. And now they carry around, they have everything. Yeah, I kind of think that my peepaw was right. It is going to be the downfall. It's going to be the downfall of society. That's kind of scary, don't you think? I just think that we need to go back to the old school. The old way of doing things. You know? The old way wasn't bad. What was wrong with it? I don't think there was anything wrong with it. I loved my music. And now they're listening to some of my music. You know, they think that it's brand new, and it's like, no, that came around a long time ago. It came around when I was growing up. So that goes to show you how good our music was. But they're listening to it, so I guess that's a good thing. At least for getting one thing across to them. But that other stuff they're listening to now, that's just snake charmer music. That's that ranting and raving and chanting and rapping, and that ain't music to me. But there's people who like it, and good on them. Good on them. I hope they enjoy their music. I don't like it, but that's just me, right? That's what makes America great. We can have our own opinion, or at least right now we can. Well, guys, it has been a pleasure, again, as always, to be able to get this out here to you. Go ahead. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll be talking to you soon. Maybe one of these nights we'll go live. Would you like that? Tell me if you'd like that. Alright. You take care of yourself. And you love your neighbor. And blessings to y'all. Bye.